Like, well, let's go back to my early history. So I was raised Catholic. And basically, when I went away to college, which I did a year early, I left high school after my 11th year. So in the US, you usually do 12 years and then go to college. I got invited to go to college early by this one college, and I went. So I was there off on my own after 11 years of Catholic grade school and high school. And I just found myself drifting away. It had no connection to me. And then in my second year of college, a lot of people, there were just a lot of conversations about Christianity, Catholicism among the students. And it got me thinking, and I began wondering, why do I still call myself Catholic if I'm really not doing anything that's Catholic anymore? And that led to my first real authentic conversation with God, where I said, do you exist? Are you real? And can you show me? And he did. He lifted me up into bliss. I had this most ecstatic kind of awakening experience where now I knew God exists, God is love, God is tangible, and I want to help others experience this. So that drew me to where I already knew Catholic religion. I went to the priests and I started talking to the priests about my experience and asking them questions and trying to understand what I was experiencing from Catholic theology. And I went so far as then to decide to become a priest, joined a order of Catholic priests, the most liberal one I could find, who was founded by somebody who also had very tangible experiences of God. And I studied Catholic theology, talked with all these different priests who were having all these different experiences of God or not. I mean, there were so many atheist men studying to be priests. Like, it blew my mind. It was like people were there for all kinds of reasons. But I eventually got to where the growing spirituality and direct tangible experience within me was leading me far beyond the Catholic Church. And the Catholic theology was only raising more questions. It wasn't answering any questions. And yeah, so it just, and you know, at that time I was channeling Jesus and God the Father and the Holy Spirit. And even they were telling me, no, it's just time to leave. Find the back door and get out. This is way too limited, way too filled with erroneous beliefs, and let's help you discover the truth. And so then that began me just like studying all the world religions and all these different teachers and all these different paths. And then, you know, a Hindu guru came to me in a meditation when I was living in Spain and told me he had the answers I was looking for. This was in 1996. And I said, well, are you in a body somewhere? I don't want just somebody else I channel, you know, on the inner planes that, you know, I want somebody who can talk directly to me and tell me where I'm on and off the path. And he said, yes, that can be arranged. And then in a vision, he showed me he actually lived in Austin, Texas, and that I could come find him there. And it took 2 weeks of looking around Austin, Texas, but I finally found him. And I studied under him for 14 years. And actually under him, and then he introduced me to his supreme guru in India. And I studied under them for 14 years. But when it came time to leave, it was just clear, even from them, even though like their formal teaching was the exclusive surrender to your guru, no matter what, they both indicated to me in various ways that it was time for me to leave their path. Like they taught using Sanskrit and Hindi cultural concepts and Like, that wasn't my path. I wasn't to share it in that language. I was to take the essence of what I learned and experienced with them, but take it out to a Western audience, an English-speaking audience, with no requirement to understand any Sanskrit terms. I mean, I occasionally will reference a few terms here and there that are kind of well known among many people on the spiritual path, but even that's dangerous. And I see that because, like in TM, their understanding of Brahman consciousness is totally different than like what my teacher taught as Brahman consciousness, and totally different than what I am referring to when I use that term. So like the terms themselves, so bringing it all back down to here now, that's what I'm here to do, is to provide the transmission, which opens you to your own direct tangible experience. And you're encouraged to trust that. So there is some inherent philosophy that comes through that, but I'm not teaching you an intellectual system that you have to try to abide by. I'm opening you to have direct experiences of these various states of consciousness, these various experiences of the divine directly yourself. And then you're encouraged, if you want to put that in a philosophical framework, to go ahead and do that. And like I said, because I do my best to put words on the transmission, and therefore that comes with certain philosophical meaning, you can't get away from it. You know, if you're using words, there's philosophy. But I always want you to trust your tangible experience directly, first and foremost, because all words lie, all philosophies are lies, in that they're human concepts that can never encompass the truth of divinity. Divinity is always, like, I could say God is good, and I could equally argue that's a lie and that's a truth. Equally. Because the words can't encapsulate what God actually is, especially in regards to good and bad and whatnot. So we use the words just to point, like, it's never the truth. It's never the absolute truth. So yeah, that's a long-winded answer, I guess, to what you asked, but that's all that came up and out. So yeah, the guides have been encouraging me to share more of my backstory. I would rather stay with the transmission, and who cares about me, but I do also see it helps people to kind of have more context about where I'm coming from. So I am doing my best to share more and more. Good. So again, welcome everyone. Let's begin. This is a transmission of divine love consciousness. As always, it is for your highest good and the highest good of all. So at the beginning here, I always just start to tune into the transmission, start to experience what it's doing within me, within you, and within the oneness that we become together. And as it becomes clear what it's doing, I will do my best to put words on that to help you track what's going on in your own experience. Otherwise, it's best just to relax, be open, notice what you notice within your body and all around you. Okay, the first thing I'm noticing is Archangel Metatron is here with a very large group of helping angels who assist his mission and are assisting us here today. An archangel is often spoken of as the most powerful or the highest angel. And he can take any form he wishes to make himself a little more comprehensible to the human mind. But his true form is just that of a vast, vast being we can't quite comprehend with our minds, but we can feel. And he is making his presence known to you. It's coming in as loving support, affirmation of who and what you truly are. He and his angels are also connecting you energetically to your true home. True home. Yeah, this is coming in as both an energy and higher information for your energy system. And your energy system includes your dense physical body, your fully unconscious mind, up through the other energy bodies like your emotional body, your mental body, through to the highest aspects of your light body and your most subtle being. And even the concept of home, it's only a pointer. But you are being put in contact with what home truly is for you. This is helping you and your energy system to reawaken to not only who and what you truly are, but where you are from and where you are always existing, even if you haven't been consciously aware of it up till now. Yeah, so I'm seeing it as the core of your being, as the part of you that has never left home. And you are coming into greater resonance with this aspect of you, with the core of your being who never left home, can't leave home, is always firmly established within its divine home, its divine origin. Okay, and as that connection continues to awaken, become fuller, and increase, it automatically brings to the surface that in your energy system, which has a tendency to resist going home, opening to home. Okay, the first level is always fear-based, so we're clearing the fears that are rising to the surface. Many of these, well, they're all rooted in your first chakra, but several of them rise up and wrap around the lower part of your spinal column. So we're clearing those all away. These have been locking you into what's familiar. So there's some beliefs there. We're also clearing that what's familiar is safe. Safety comes from the familiar, even when it's painful. Clear, 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 clear. Yeah. Would you be willing to let go of believing the familiar is safe, is safer than the new, the unfamiliar? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, you guys got that one. You just let it all go. That's good. Okay, that's allowing more light and love to replace those like tentacles of fear. So this is love and light supporting your first chakra and the lower spinal column. Yeah, good. That's actually switching on certain genes and switching off certain other genes that were being overpowered by that fear basis. Yeah, without the fear, your genes, let's see, genes related to, okay, there's a couple of layers to this. So you just turned on genes that allow you more ability to explore the unfamiliar and enjoy that exploration. And that's also related to your third eye chakra. So that's allowing your third eye chakra to be more aware, more open. Yeah, as you go out and explore your world more joyfully, the third eye chakra receives the information of that exploration more easily, more fully. Yeah, so this is starting a nice feedback loop between the third eye and the first chakra. Okay, first three chakras. Okay. Yeah, the first three chakras are still opening to this energy of exploration and enjoyment. And as you explore more joyfully, the third eye can open more to receive clearer and more abundant information that comes from that exploration. And then that makes you even more willing to explore. Yeah, so it's just a nice feedback loop between the sixth chakra and the first three chakras. Okay, helping those to align and attune even more. Bringing that alignment into the heart chakra now and the throat chakra. Yeah, and there's often this polarity in the throat chakra, especially when it's around opening the third eye, opening your awareness. So would you be willing to allow yourself to be aware of whatever you're aware of and express it to yourself, and know you don't have to express it to others unless that feels like what is most loving? Yeah, so there's an old association that if you know it, you must express it outwardly. And we're showing your system that you can know things and express it to yourself inwardly. And often that's all that's needed. Only occasionally will it be appropriate to then also share it externally or express it to others in words or even as energy. Okay, just still working on manifesting that balance in your throat chakra between internal expression and external expression. Okay, good. So we're going to drop down, scan the whole system. Okay, Metatron and his transmission has come in focus again. This transmission that's all about being at home, being connected with home, no matter where you're experiencing yourself to be. Let's test that. So would you be willing to allow yourself to know and experience your true home, no matter what, and no matter where else you may be experiencing yourself as being? Would you be willing to allow yourself to have this reference point all the time once again? Okay, clear, 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 clear. And that brought to the surface all the parts of you that aren't quite ready for that. So we're clearing those. Okay, so part of the reason you might not be ready for that yet is when you took on the veil of unknowing before this lifetime, you made that part of your veil to be cut off from home, your divine home, your true home. As part of your desire to experience being a limited human being, possibly one who experiences planet Earth as home, yeah, you veiled this part of you that could remember your true home, where your core of being always lives, is always connected. So the higher information coming in right now is that it is time to reawaken to this. You have learned all that you wanted to learn through the experience of being veiled concerning home. Yes, yes. Okay, that's getting confirmed. and is moving deeper. That truth is moving deeper in and through your energy system. So anything that doesn't match this higher truth is dissolving. Clear, 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 clear. Okay, a few of you have a secondary level of blockage concerning home. Identifications. These are identifications held in the heart chakra. I can't go home. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of emotion attached to that one. Just bringing in love, support, as these deep feelings regarding missing home are being released from your system. I can't go home. I can't go home. I can't go home. I can't go home yet. I can't go home now. I can't go home right now. I can't go home yet. Yeah, these are parts of you that are still believing they're having this veil in place is serving your higher purpose. Is that true? For any of you, is that true? No, no, and no. Okay, so we're just holding this higher truth in place, giving your system a little more time to let that go, let go of it's not time. Yeah, and to have your own experience of, well, maybe it is time. Would you be willing to give yourself the space to check that out for yourself? You can always put the limiters back on if you really believe you must for your higher purpose. Okay, good. Okay, is that everyone? Clear, 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 clear. Yeah, so more of that higher truth is coming in. It is time. It is time to be in touch with home again. Yes, yes. Ooh, and that feels really nice to the system. As you open to that more, you might notice your body relaxing, your whole system absorbing that, opening to that experience of home. It's both a welcoming home, like being here and welcoming that sense of home into your system here, but it's also you here being welcomed home. Where you truly have always existed. Okay, we're continuing to move slow with this, allowing you and your system to see that it's all by your choice. It's all in your timing and by your own choice. Nothing is being forced upon you. It's just being made available. You're being made aware of it. You're being made aware that it's available. But it's fully up to you how much and how quickly to explore this. So that's very important information for your energy system. Oh, okay, yeah, because so yeah, there's some fears coming to the surface now. These are rising in the second chakra and third chakra. Well, kind of, yeah, between the second and third chakra are these fears of losing control. Fear of losing control, fear of losing control, fear of losing integrity, fear of losing your sense of self integrity, self concept. Yeah, there's a lot of different layers here. Who would I be if I truly and fully opened up to who I am at home? Yeah, and your system's already answering that through direct experience, which is clearing those other, yeah. Yeah, your system's already seeing that the fear of losing control is just an illusion. The only control you have is as an infinite divine being. Even a fully, well, yeah, your ego and your human being have never actually been in control. They've just experienced an illusion of control now and then, and that's all dissolving. As your system sees, it's not a useful illusion anymore to maintain. Okay, second and third chakras are opening and filling with very high vibrational light, replacing those fears, those identifications. Okay, good. Okay, once again, Archangel Metatron is amping up the vibration of being at home. So at this point, this is also amping up the vibration of who and what you truly are, knowing, experiencing, being who and what you truly are, because that goes hand in hand with being truly at home as well. And playing along with the method that we taught last week, you might just notice what you notice, any and all objects of consciousness that you are aware of right now. And then noticing the space between them, the space in which they appear and dissolve. Let yourself be a little bit more interested in the space than the objects. And now know that space is who and what you truly are, here at home. This is your bliss of being at home. And just notice how that's showing up for you. There's no need to try to make it be anything. It's perfect however it's showing up. And as you observe it, it might deepen, it might fade, it might shift to a different expression. You're just the observer, noticing. In this case, the bliss of being at home. And this is naturally allowing your heart chakra to blossom open more. Whatever's been ruffled within your heart chakra is unruffling. Whatever's been entangled is disentangling. So notice what you notice, and then look for the space all about you. And then notice how that connects you to the bliss of being at home. Now, to make this even more accessible to you and accessible in any moment, Archangel Metatron and his helper angels are transmitting a particular pattern and set of frequencies that have the ability to make this experience even more tangible and real to you here now in a human body, in this energy system, in this lifetime. So we're going to just hold this in silence for a bit. This is a very precise activation. That's acting on the DNA in your body, in every cell of your body. It's turning on a permanent resonance with your divine home, your divine being, at home. So it can remain ever accessible to you. While you complete this human life. In essence, it's placing, energetically placed an aspect of your human being in the center of the core of your being at home, while also activating in your human being in the center of your heart and all your DNA, an aspect of your core being at home. And then these two are connected across all space, time, distance, and beyond. Yeah, they're acting like entangled particles now. Any shift in one affects the other, and vice versa. So you are always connected to your divine being at home. So the turning up the volume on this resonance, and that's causing more to rise to the surface in your system. That which doesn't match this higher vibration and resonance of truth. So we're just bringing more awareness to what's being pushed to the surface, waiting to see if there's any way we can assist those completely leaving your system. Clear, 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 clear. Yeah, so what's being cleared right now are completely backwards beliefs. Like beliefs that created like an inside out experience for you. But that have been held by a majority of humans. So it's just been passed on through the collective for generations, but they're completely backwards. They're completely untrue. And they can't stay in a system at the level of truth you are at now. But they've been so deeply established in you for so long. They definitely need some help here finding the easiest way to leave your system. Okay, they want me to start naming some of them, at least in general. So there's a set related to sexuality, things that are completely, untrue, the reverse of the truth that humans have believed for generations. Okay, they're saying that's enough. Just clear the energy of that. in general. Okay, yeah. So they're not letting me get away with just clearing it from all of you participating. We're doing a clearing through using the access through you to the whole collective to help clear it from the whole collective, including the ancestors. Okay, then there's another set of beliefs that are, again, completely the opposite of what's true regarding war, power, dominion. Clear, clear, clear. Sending children to war, sending our boys to war, sending resources. But yeah, just wasting resources in war. Okay, so yeah, there's related beliefs there, tribalism, nationalism, my group versus your group. All of it just completely wrong, completely untrue. It served its purpose. We've all had the experiences we wanted to have along the way, but it no longer serves the truth of this planet, the truth of your life, the truth of the collective. So we're just clearing these out. It's like when everybody feels completely at home, yeah, these truths then come to the surface and all the untruths just have to dissolve. Because they're all based on fear and feeling a need to fight for your home or fight for your survival, fight for your existence. Okay, clear, 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 clear. Looks like there's a third major misunderstanding. This one's, regarding abundance. Abundance of resources, abundance, scarcity versus abundance, scarcity, scarcity. When the truth is abundance, 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 there's more than enough abundance for all. There's more than enough abundance for all. The more you are in touch with who and what you truly are, that bliss of being at home, the more you know the truth of infinite abundance, the more you manifest that in the world around you, the more you help others realize scarcity is an illusion, always has been, always will be. That sharing is always best. Sharing is always best. Sharing the prosperity is always best. Sharing the love, sharing the knowledge, the knowing, the grace. Yeah, sharing, sharing, sharing. As this energy and information about sharing enters your system, all the opposite just dissolves away. All the opposing energies you'd still been carrying that are accessible right now are dissolving. Okay. Just going to check. Okay, you here now, as a human being with this particular energy system, and you as you truly are at the core of your being, at home, all of that aligning, resonating, acting as one. Resonating with this frequency within your DNA and every cell of your body. So we're going to link this to a mantra. If you ever want to renew this, your sense of this energy, or increase its ability to manifest in and through your system more and more, they're offering you the mantra, I am home. I am home. You can say this out loud. You can say it inwardly. You can say it mentally. Or you can just hold the intention very still and quiet within. I am home. So we're going to take a few moments to infuse these words as a mantra that's directly linked to who and what you truly are here at home. I am home. I am home. Okay, we're going to take that even deeper, centered in your heart. I am home. Okay, that's activating. Raising your vibration to match this so your system can be more at ease with it. I am home, 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 I am home. And they're saying if you play with that, at times it might modify into just one of those words. Like it might go from I am home, I am home, I, I, I. or home, home, home. Yeah, or any combination of those words. All three words in combination and separately have been infused and activated to connect you ever more consciously, ever more experientially, ever more tangibly with who and what you truly are here at home, your true divine home. Excellent. That's complete. Okay, as we bring this session to a close, just know that you can find the best configuration of your consciousness here and now and for the rest of your day and onward. We appreciate your participation. You're helping to anchor these truths and vibrations into the Earth Collective, as well as into all that is. Infinite blessings.